بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So moving on now, inshallah, today we're going to start the actual text of Ibn Malik rahimahullah ta'ala. So the three, he's going to discuss obviously kalima and going to ism fa'al harf, just touch it, that this is how kalima is divided. But obviously I said we're going to a lot more detail. So we're going to discuss kalima, kalam, kalim, qawl, how do these things interact and what's the link between these different words. So al-kalamu wa ma yata'allafu minhu. So the heading that you might have there is kalam wa ma yata'allafu minhu. Kalam and that from which it comprises. You know what is kalam? And what are those elements from which you make a kalam? So this is what he's going to discuss. Now, before we go into the text, there's a few things I want to run through with you so you have an idea of what's going to be discussed and how to understand the following text. So we have different parts of speech, and in Arabic we just categorize them into three parts. We have harf. Now regarding harf, it's the main part of speech, but the word harf is used in two ways. One is called huruful mabani and one is called huruful ma'ani. The harful ma'na, these are also known as the huruf al-tahajji. What are these? The letters of the alphabet. So when you say harf, it can mean alifun, ba'un, ta'un, tha'un, jimun, ila akhirihi. Meaning the actual letter, huruf al-mabna. Mabna is like form. So the letters which form a word. That's not a part of speech. That's called, so and huruf al-ma'na is those, ma'ani are those huruf which have to give a meaning, like fi, ala, qad, inna. So when the word harf is used, it can have two possible meanings. When it's used in link with ism and fa'al, then it's a part of speech. And when you look at harf in terms of tajweed, pronunciation, or harf, the spelling, so the letters of the alphabet, that's also referred to as harf. But here, we're not going to discuss this part, we're just discussing huruf al-ma'ani. Correct? Then, ism and fa'al, you know those. Then we have here kalima. Okay? Now, kalima, the definition of kalima is what? Lafzun mawdu'un li ma'nan mufradin. What does this mean? It is a word, lafz, enunciation. Mawdu' wada'a yada'u wada'an is to coin something. So it is a word, it's an enunciation which has a coinage, meaning it has a meaning behind of it. Correct? It is given a meaning. So the people of the language have unanimously decided that this word means this word will refer to this. And ma'nan mufrad is a single word. Why? Single meaning. Because for example, Kitabu Zaydin Rasulullah, it's an utterance, it's coined, but it's a single word. Why is it two words? That's a murakkab. So what kalima is refers to. Correct? Then you have jumla. What does jumla mean? Mashtamala ala musnadin wa musnadin ilay. What has a musnad and musnad ilay? And musnad ilay is either fa'il or musnad ilay is either the fa'il or the mubtada, and the musnad is either the khabar or the fa'il. Once as one of these two is a jumla. And in jumla you must remember there is no qaid or no condition that it must be mufid, beneficial, something upon which you can stay silent. So for example, qama zaydun, two words. Qama is a musnad and zaydun is what? Jalasa. It is one word, but the second word is muqaddar. That also comes with a jumla, because huwa is taqdiri. Correct? It's muqaddar. That's also a jumla. In tattaqullah. Is that mufid? Because why? La yahsunu sukutu alayhi. If you say quiet upon this, it is in tattaqullah what? If you fear Allah, what is going to happen? It's not mentioned. So it's ghayr mufid, but it's still a jumla. So in jumla is not a condition to be mufid. There's no qaid of being mufid. Correct? Kalam. Qawlun mufidun yahsunu sukutu alay. Yahsunu sukutu alay. Something mufid upon which you can stay quiet. Qama zaydun, makes sense. Daraba zaydun amran, makes sense. In tattaqullaha yaj'al lakum furqana, that makes sense. The shar on its own, or a jawab on its own, but jawab on its own will be ascended. But if a shar on its own, a mawsul sila, those will be jumla, they won't be kalam. Correct? Now if you look at it here, before we go on further, is that in one definition, they say lafz, and one they say qawl. So how does it link up? What we're saying here is the lafz is utterance. Any utterance is called what? Lafz. Correct? And then you can have two utterances. Sometimes muhmal and mawdu'. It's also called qawl. A word that has a saying, or if they say some other word which doesn't have a meaning, like some gibberish, like baby talk. That's lafz, because the utterance, isn't it? لَفَظَ يَلْفِظُ لَفْظًا مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ. You do not say anything. So anything comes out of your mouth is called lafz. If it doesn't have a meaning or it's not understood, it's not a meaning. It's called lafzun muhmalun. أحمل يحمل ihmal, to be left useless. And if its lafz has a word, it's called lafz mawdu' or it's called qawl. That's why kalima is lafzun mawdu'un or qawlun mawdu'un, same thing. Or, get it? That's why you have kalima and qawl. So you have lafzun mawdu'un and qawl is the same thing. So basically, you get it? It's both the same thing. So lafzun mawdu'un is a word which is mawdu', it's qawl. Correct? Now whilst we're here, let me mention one point. Now I've explained this whole point here about lafz, mawdu', qawl, muhmal. Now many people are explaining the books of Nahu, like you have books like Nahw Mir or other books, or people who translate books from Urdu or Persian or Arabic into English. You got a first level book for beginner, like first day of madrasa and first day of learning Arabic, and they say, okay, we can learn Arabic. So it loves. What's it loves? What is mawdu'? What's muhmal? Beginner, they don't need all that. You get what I'm trying to say? Because love muhmal is not going to come up. You don't. It's not. When a person is learning Arabic at this level, yeah, you got trying to get all terminologies and what is different. Because it's big technical stuff here. Yeah, and this is for the sake of understanding. And even like, if you don't know, if you never learned love, did you ever heard of love and muhmal before this? It didn't make a difference because it's not going to benefit you. So when you have to remember, beginning learning Arabic, you got to learn 4 words. You got to learn lafz, mawdu', muhmal, kalima, ism, fa'il, harf. At one time, it's too much stress. For us, it's like so hard about that. But you have to remember, the person who's learning is like 5 new words. You got no idea what they mean, and it's not a useful discussion. So it's like you got to put things at the right place. So it makes it sound. At the beginning, it's like so hard. It's so confusing, and there's no benefit in that learning that. It's not from kalima, ism, fa'il, and harf. The love, mawdu', muhmal. That's why you have to just translating a book. And which level book you're translating, you got to analyze all of these things. It's not you're confusing the students, you're making things difficult. And you make it like Arabic seem so difficult for people. It's not. If you teach the right thing at the right level, so I'm not saying I don't teach those things, I'm saying as well at the right level. Because it may have benefit, you might see it in tafsir, or you may have some kind of discussion about this. But for example, you have one discussion now like kalima, but that's a high level. You have to give tadreej, so they learn the right thing at the right level. Anyways, now the next thing is something called kalim. Now kalim, there's a ikhlaf regarding kalim. Is it jama', is it ismul jins? But in summary is, whatever is comprised of more than 3 words. It has to have 3 or more words. There's no qaid of mufid or ghayr mufid. Or yahsun sukutu alayh. So for example, daraba zaydun amran is what? Kalim. It's kalim, it's kalam, it's jumla. In tattaqullah is kalim. But it's not kalam. Why? It's not mufid. It's not yahsun sukutu alayh. Yahsun sukutu alayh is another way of saying what? Mufid. It's like a definition of this. Do you understand? Correct? So this is like an addition. So qawlun is mufid, no mufid in there. That qama zaydun is that kalima. So qama zaydun is that kalam. Is it kalim? No. It's mufid, but it doesn't have 3 letters. Okay, and this is they've discussed in the books of Nahwa. It's a bit excessive, I think, but yeah, it's important to know since we're studying at this level. Correct? Yes? Yeah. All right. Now here is an important thing they mentioned here in books of Nahwa, books of the Shuru of Alfiyyah Ibn Malik, but this comes in useful in other places as well. What we're saying here, what does jins mean? Category, generic, a genus. Something which is generic. Now, in Arabic, what we say here that there are two types of Ismul Jins. One's called Ismul Jins al-Ifradi and one's called Ismul Jins al-Jam'i. Ismul Jins Ifradi and Ismul Jins al-Jam'i. What's Ismul Jins al-Ifradi? Ismul Jins al-Ifradi, we call non-count nouns. Things you don't count into sections. You can't like certain scenarios, but generally you don't count. For example, water. I thought I got 5 waters. You can say I got 5 bottles of water, 5 bags of water, 5 liters of water. So you count the measurement of the container. You don't actually count the water. You don't count soil. I got 5 soils. So things ما دل على الكثير والقليل من جنس واحد بلفظ واحد. So if I've got a bottle of water here, or the ocean of water, what they both called? Ma. So it's generic. So the kathir and qalil, if they both have one word, it's called Ismul Jins Ifradi, meaning it has no jama'. It's Ifradi. Correct? And another Ismul Jins called Ismul Jins al-Jam'i. What's Ismul Jins al-Jam'i? That type of word, which is generic, refers to the whole genus, but its wahid is differentiated by adding a ta. For example, so tamrun is what? Ismul Jins, dates. Ismul Jins, what's Ismul Jins? Ifradi or Jam'i? Jam'i, because why? The wahid is what? Tamaratun. You can saying? So you have tamar, you have tamaratun. Correct? So how is it differentiated? Via the ta. The ta al-marbuta are not, it says ghaliban, because for example, you can have a ya. For example, a-room, ghulibati room. Room is what? Ismul Jins al-Jami'i. And the mufrad is what? Rumiyun. Arab is Ismul Jins Jami'i. And the mufrad is what? Arabiyun. Correct? So the two are Ismul Jins al-Ifradi and Ismul Jins al-Jam'i. The reason I mentioned this is that someone said that regarding kalim, if you go back previously here, kalim. Some say kalim is plural and some say is Ismul Jins. So while the Ismul Jins discussion is there, they've mentioned this in more detail. What would it be? Ismul Jins Jam'i or Ismul Jins Ifradi? Jam'i. Why? Because the mufrad is what? Kalima. Okay? Where does it come in the Quran? Al-Kalim? Wa ilayhi? No. Yes, ilayhi yas'adul kalimu tayyib. So kalim, and if it's Ismul Jins al-Jam'i, it comes in the hukm of wahid more often than not. Correct? Now let's go on to his ibara. What does he say here? He says, kalamuna lafdhun mufidun. Okay? Lafdhun mufidun. Kalamuna, why do you say na for? Because of nahwiyun, in terms of the linguistic, according to the terminology of the Ahlul Nahw, kalamuna, na refers to what? Na, mean an-nuhat. Okay? Correct? Lafdhun mufidun is an useful utterance. And you put mufid here because obviously lafdhun includes mawdu' and muhmal. Correct? Kastaqim, like the word istaqim. I'll give an example of a fa'il. Because it has a correct? So kalamuna. So kalam. Istaqim is mufid because why? It has a fa'il, has a musnad ilay and a musnad. Correct? Wasmun wa fa'il. Now in here you have taqdeem and ta'khir. Al-kalim is a mubtada mu'akhar. So al-kalimu ismun wa fa'lun thumma harfun. A kalim is either going to be ism, fa'il, thumma harfun, or harf. Make sense? You following? So a kalim is ism, fa'il, and harf. So this is a mistake. It can't be called muqaddim. It's mubtada mu'akhar. Correct? Make sense? Why do you put thumma for? Wasmun wa fa'lun thumma harfun thumma harfun kalim. Because not like you have, because thumma kind of shows bu'ad, distance and in time. Ja'a zaydun fa amrun thumma bakrun. So it's like, what's the main categories then? Ism fa'il, and then you have huruf which are less compared to ism and fa'il. So to point out that they are less, he may have used the word thumma. Correct? So you have ism fa'il and then harf. These are what? Al-Kalim. So Al-Kalim ismun wa fa'ilun thumma harfun. So he's made mention of the word kalam. He's made mention of the word kalim. Now he's going on and says, wahiduhu. Whose zamir refers back to what? Kalim. The wahid of kalim is what? Kalima. Wahiduhu kalima. Correct? Wal qawlu a'am. Sorry, wal qawlu am. Now you can say amma or ammu. If you say amma, it's fa'il madhi. Right? And qawl is more generic or is more common than kalima. Because qawl includes all ism, fa'il and harf. And kalam. Correct? Because qawl is something that it can include all of them. Correct? That's why it says qawl is more general than the previous. Correct? It's more common, it's more generic in kalima and more generic in kalim. Correct? Aja. Make sense? The second way of saying it is a'am. So one is amma fa'il, the meaning will be the same, but you can also have it, asl is ammu, and it really was supposed to be what? A'ammu. You remove the alif, like how? Which other word has the same pattern? Similar structure? Where ism tafdhil, remove the alif, the hamza at the beginning. Akhyar, ashyar, ashar. Okay? Good. So how do you know that has been removed? Because sometimes they remove it. For example, there's a poem in books of Hadith or Sirah. It says, Akhyar wabnul akhyari. So you have akhyar. And so according to some qira'ah, have غدا سيعلمون من الكذاب الأشر. That's our qira'ah. But some qira'ah, من الكذاب الأشر. So you can also have ammu, which is really a'am. Or it can be فعل ماضي والقول أم. وكلمة بها كلام قد يؤم. أما يؤم, who's the imam? The one who is intended, he's like made the head. So what he's saying here, وكلمة بها. So كلمة مبتدا. كلام بها كلام قد يؤم is the khabar. What he's saying here, وكلمة قد يؤم بها كلام. So the word kalima is mubtada, but obviously is Arab hikai. The word kalima. So, and then you put this hazamir with it. The word kalima is so kalam is sometimes intended by the word kalima. وكلمة بها. So قد يؤم كلمة الكلمة قد يؤم الكلام بالكلمة. So sometimes the word kalima is used. What is meant? Kalam. Do you understand? For example, mark my words. So word here means kalam. An example of that. رب ارجعون لعلي أعمل صالحا فيما تركت. After that? كلا إنها كلمة. So رب ارجعون لعلي أعمل صالحا فيما تركت. That's the whole kalam, isn't it? How is it referred to? Allah says, إنها وَلَقَدْ سَبَقَتْ كَلِمَتُنَا. It is only one word, it means what? Kalam. So sometimes the word kalima is used, but what is meant? Kalam. So كَلِمَةٌ, the word kalima, قَدْ يُؤَمُّ بِهَا كَلَامٌ أي بالكلمة. So via the word kalima, sometimes the mafhum of kalam is intended. Make sense? You following? So again, كلامنا لفظ مفيد كاستقم واسم وفعل ثم الحرف الكلم. واحده كلمة والقول أم وكلمة بها كلام قد يؤم. So our kalam in the nuhat, the kalam is a لفظ مفيد like استقم. And ism, fa'al and harf are kalim. The wahid of kalim is kalima and qawl is more general than the previous. وَكَلِمَةٌ بِهَا كَلَامٌ قَدْ يُؤَمْ. And the word kalima is sometimes used to intend kalam. That's it. Okay? And next shall we discuss alamatul ism. Okay, subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.